And then once you've entered the correct code, if you just jump onto the rope and hang on to it, you'll hear the bells, and then if you jump to the right hand side where the door with sigils on it is, it will open and you can continue to proceed. Now just interact with this set of banners, and it will give you, or it will give Mui an additional set of abilities. I believe the term in the game is hypnosis. It'll allow Mui to interact and possess live organisms. We'll also get a nice little achievement. So this will be our first interaction with the kind of hypnosis thing. What you'll do is you'll hold Y to possess the individual, and then you'll use right trigger and the left stick directionally to move it. It can be a bit buggy sometimes. I had several issues with it. But basically, if you possess them, you hold Y. Mui needs to maintain sightline to do that. And then if you are holding right trigger, Mui will move in the direction that you move. And in this case, if you move backwards, that will remove the vines. So we'll get Mui to go into the bioluminescent stuff on the side, and you want to drop down here. Be careful, use the ledge, lower yourself, and then continue ahead. Recall Mui with you. Now this is another kind of enemy, or it's not particularly an enemy, it won't attack you, but it's a live character that you can interact with. There's two of them in this area, and they're essentially light sensitive. They won't move or interact with you if they're in light, so what you need to do is use this one up top, use your hypnosis, move it backward to block the light beam from above, and then have Mui interact with the one that's now awake below, and move them forward, and you can use them as a platform. Now keep Mui attached to them, because when you jump up here, you will need the second half of them, or the back half of them, to be pushed back out again so you can climb up. And that's the end of the cave section. The next section won't have too many challenges in terms of enemies. It will primarily be puzzle jumping sections. So here we'll have another section with the biosensor, so we'll have Mui stand on it. And if we move the box to the right and activate the switch to raise the box, we'll now be able to jump from the top rock all the way across to the right hand side. Just make sure you don't recall Mui until you're all the way across and you don't drop yourself down. And we have a second kind of weight-based puzzle. This one's just primarily about getting Mui to the top with you. So before we do that though, I don't know if you spotted it because it's very well hidden. It's probably the best hidden shrine in the game. On the right hand side there is a tiny ledge that will lead to our next shrine, which will be 5 of 10. Now, I had a bit of an issue getting to it. I think I miss it on the first jump, yeah. But on the second jump I get it. I think this is kind of a sweet spot on where you swing on the rope. But yeah, if you just do this, you'll get into the kind of secret area and get the next shrine. Now what I want to do is go back out. The rope, we'll just use the rope to jump across onto the upper area. Or you'll do what I did and you'll miss, but when you get back up onto the upper area, you'll want to stand on the raised platform that's on the right hand side, lowering it down so that Mui can stand on it. And then if you just get Mui to jump up onto it when they can, and go back up to the area that you were originally at. You see it's a bit buggy here for me, but if you go back up to the area, climbing the rope, you'll be able to jump up slightly higher, and now with Mui's assistance, you'll be able to get up to the very top of this hill.
Olai. Toma aqui. Kialo.
Once up, just continue across the bridge and go to the right.
Olai, Mui.
As I'm sure you can guess by the ominous noise, we will have an interaction here. So just continue down and crawl under the space into the grass. There will be the roaming spider drone type things. All you'll need to do essentially is get to the middle section where the drone currently is. So once they go to the upper level, if you just run across and jump up to there. And what you want to do is set Mui on the opposite side, wait a moment until the drone stops looking. But when the drone isn't looking, you'll set them on the little tunnel hole, and then you'll leave Mui there until it gets the attention of the drone so that you can jump up to the left. So you'll see here, I'll pop him back through to get his attention. Eventually, apologies, I missed it on the first try. So here we go, so he'll jump across, you'll press Y to lower Mui so he doesn't get caught, jump up to the left, hide in the bush, and then the drone will make a second lap, so they'll run back on themselves in a clockwise fashion. And then what you'll do is you'll do it once again to attract the drone's attention again, and as the drone is going to attack Mui, you'll just jump back over. The timing on this can be a tiny bit finicky, but it's not too difficult. So once the drone goes to the left, you just jump over the top of him and proceed to the right. We have another set of vines that we need Mui to interact with to remove. And then we have a lot of running to the right to do.
Mui.
So we're now in the swamp section. The swamp section introduces the water mechanic. Water, we soon find out Mui is afraid of and will not interact with. So that creates several aspects to puzzles where you will have to go ahead and come back for Mui to rescue them in different ways. The water itself you're fine with. You can swim in, you can jump in. There are no water creatures either for people who have issues with that, so you are completely safe in the water. It's only ever drones or the typical enemies that you'll be facing. So to start with, we just need to swim to the right hand side. What we'll be doing is retrieving a log. You can see it just to the top right of the screen there. That log we'll be using to drag through the water to put Mui on as a little raft and bring across. So if you just go up to the log and hit X to drag it into the water, or hold X I should say. The game does struggle a bit sometimes when you're holding environmental objects. So you just want to drag this into the water. And then you have to drag it through the water to Mui, and you can either direct Mui onto it or recall Mui. Again, that can be a bit iffy, sometimes the interaction doesn't always work, but once Mui is on the log, just drag them all the way to the right and continue.
Ima. Olaj. Ima. Olaj, Mui. Vamos aqui. Hello, Mui.
So now we have a section with the bioluminescent, the biosensors. Obviously, we can only have the ones that are above the water we interacted with. So just to start here, all we need to do is extend the... oh, apologies, I forgot about this. The shrine. So if we just crouch to the right-hand side here, so well hidden I'd forgotten about it, is shrine number 6 of 10. And then we'll go back up and activate the biosensor so that we can have Mui crossover. Now you'll have to do this in 2 sections. Mui unfortunately doesn't stand on the biosensor at the top. You'll need to direct them to do that. So if you just go back once you've got them to come across, and then use right trigger to direct them. That'll raise the platform to the right and you can continue.
Vamos aqui. Olaj.
So this is a new type of environmental friend, I suppose. This sort of worm caterpillar thing. You can use them to manipulate water levels when you have Mui interact with them. So you raise the water to swim across, and